Boy in fourth placing. He's 5 lengths from the leader, who's going for home. Then came Lord Chance at a long break too. Noah Yarn over the third last one now. Shakra's making his bold bid for victory. Leads by about a length and a half. Quiller's Quest is not done with, and Crafty Dancer is starting to answer the urgings of Scott. He's there third. Lord Chance is running into it fourth. There are many hopes. And then Corker's Boy, second last one. Shakra over it by 3 lengths now from Quiller's Quest. Crafty Dancer, Lord Chance, and Corker's Boy, and a break Noah Yarn. One to get over now. Shakra the leader, coming to it. Quiller's Quest not done with us, coming back on the outside. Shakra wrapped it, and then Crafty Dancer third. The jumping's all over. They race on hard now, and here Quiller's Quest comes again to tackle Shakra. Crafty Dancer 3 lengths away, and then Lord Chance. There's 200 metres to go. Quiller's Quest, who's led for much of the journey. He surrendered the lead, but he's come back again, and he's racing clear from them. Shakra can find no more. Crafty Dancer, strong as ever on the outside, but it's Quiller's Quest stay and scores by 3. Shakra second, Crafty Dancer third, Lord Chance fourth, and Corker's Boy ran fifth. Then Noah Yarn, Noble John, a long break to Marami, and they were trailed by Frankham, Winsome Willie, Prince Lemare, Too Easy. They have all got round. Quiller's Quest, ridden by Nathan Dunn, who fell in the Briley and was hurt on Tuesday. He got suspended in the race. It's his last ride before he goes out, and he's taken out the Western District's greatest jumps race with a dashing front-running ride. He surrendered the lead to Shakra, who made a mistake and a costly one at the last, which took the wind from his sails, and Quiller's Quest has been able to regain the lead. This is the horse who won and then controversially lost the Tasmanian Grand National, and hasn't he stoked that fire a little bit with this outstanding victory today. Ridden by Nathan Dunn. I think just his second ride from memory in this race, and he is absolutely delighted. Quiller's Quest, trained by James Lockhead and ridden by Nathan Dunn, has taken the race out. Raced by former Age journalist Kathy Walker along with R. Nielsen, 7 years of age. Quiller's Quest in one of the dashing victories in a Grand Annual. It's not often you see them able to lead all the way and save for just a few hundred metres in the late middle stages. He's done that, and it has been an outstanding performance of great jumping. He hardly put a foot wrong at any stage.
And we're right now with the winning trainer of the Grand Annual with Mark Guest.
Well, Jim, how does it feel to win the Grand Annual?
Oh, mate, it's a dream.
Getting a pat on the back from Butch?
It's absolute, well, my coach. It's his fault I feel shithouse today. He's used the expression.
Did you feel confident during the race?
Look, all the way. Like, he's such a lovely, quiet, relaxed horse. Leading was not a problem for us. Not a problem, because once he got in front, he just drops a bit and he just goes beautifully.
When did you set him for this race? Have a cigar.
Like, let's put probably 4 years ago when Irish Piper, and I said, we'll win this race one day, and I just had to get the horse, and Kathy got him in Cairns, and he nearly froze to death, as you can imagine, coming in the winter. The first day I took him in track, there was snow on Mount Matherton, but I said, get used to it, son, you're a steeplechaser. And we always race in the winter.
Would it be fair to say this is your greatest thrill?
Oh, shit, yeah. Jeez.
We're live, you know that.
No swearing.
Good on you, Jim. I'll let you go and enjoy it. Congratulations on a fantastic win.
Thanks very much.
Well, there it was. He's pretty happy with things, Jim Lockhead, and he's got Quiller's Quest and Nathan Dunn, who we spoke to, and that news that we broke to you just before the race, that Tasmanian Grand National, the protest that we've been reading and hearing about there, will be reheard. The initial result has been announced null and void. Peter Staples, the Tasmanian reporter for us, has informed us of that in the last 20 minutes. So we'll endeavour to catch up with Kathy Walker, one of the lucky owners of Quiller's Quest, very shortly. Nathan Dunn too. We spoke to him before the race, and clearly the emotion of winning the Grand Annual is one of the highlights of his career. 8-3-1, and they come back. Shakra and Crafty Dancer, they tried their heart out to run second and third, but we wish them all the very best. We'll have more shortly on the Grand Annual after this brief break. Our coverage of Grand Annual Day presented by SEW Eurodrive. resign from that position effective immediately. I understand the Queensland Racing Board did meet today, and with further restructuring to take place of Queensland Racing, Jeremy Turner has terminated his position as CEO of Queensland Racing. So that's certainly a story we'll be following over the next 24 to 48 hours. In other racing news, one of leading Queensland jockeys, Michael Rodd, was suspended yesterday at Ipswich. He copped 8 meetings on careless riding. He has appealed that. At the moment, he won't be back until Doomben Cup Day. He's got 8 good rides on Saturday, and he has lodged that appeal this afternoon, Michael Rodd. And Glenn Collis is another jockey that we haven't seen in Brisbane for a few weeks. He's on Tuesday having an arthroscope.
Will be the widest runner. Scratched at the barrier was Flash Phantom, an announcement regarding betting prior to weight. Now, the last couple. Zhivago will have the extreme outside gate. Tata Tatiana's gone up. Brimley's right. Alcafra's the Century Kid drawn towards the middle with Blue Winner. We've got $2.80 now, but they have crunched Tata Tatiana. Thank you, Les. Welcome back to Wagga. Tata Tatiana, a heavily backed favourite for the plate at $2.80 in front of Century Kid. Now they're set. The light is on. Alcafra on the inside. They're ready for the town plate. They're racing in the town plate, and it looked to be a very, very good jump out. Screaming Eagle and Tata Tatiana, 2 of the first to go, and going fast Final Edict and Screaming Eagle's there. Alcafra's burrowing through along the inside as Romantic Lover took up the running. Now Century Kid balanced up about 6th and a little bit wide. Zhivago very wide off his gate on the rail is Edge of the Storm between them. Spicep, then Blazer. Zum getting well back into the field, followed by Radiant Echo Brimley. And Marcon's last of all in the town plate. Romantic Lover at the 700 shows the way. Final Edict is up there whacking away and going fast. Wider out was Alcafra. In behind them, Blue Winner's got the drop on the leaders. Tata Tatiana, Chestnut Mare, White Blaze on the rail. It was being followed by Spicep and Blazer. Wider out you've got Century Kid followed by Zhivago, who's the widest runner. It's Romantic Lover tackled by Final Edict. Alcafra's running a heck of a race. Got to the lead at the 200. Right down the outside, Zhivago's coming with a strong run. It's Alcafra in front. Zhivago closing out wide. Blazer in the middle. Tata Tatiana trying to get clear. And Mark on the bolter right down the outside. Zhivago coming at them. Tata Tatiana. Zhivago. Zhivago got the town plate. Won it narrowly from the outside of Marcon. Close up was Tata Tatiana. In that group was Brimley, Zum, Blazer, Alcafra. And further back in the field, Century Kid followed by Spicep. In that group was Radiant Echo. Followed further back then by Romantic Lover on the inside. Blue Winners further back with Final Edict, and Screaming Eagle is one of the last ones pulling up in the town plate. It'll be Zhivago. Number 3, Zhivago has come from the extreme outside gate and has beaten the absolute bolter Marcon by about a neck. Number 3, Zhivago, ridden by Greg Ryan, has come from the outside gate to win the town plate. Marcon at $200 plus on the tote has all but caused the boil over of all time. Has run the second, ridden by Christine Cole. And number 2, Tata Tatiana, getting through late after having a lovely run, is third, Jackson Morris. Number 3 wins the town plate, Zhivago. Trained by Gwenda Markwell at Kembla Grange and ridden by the top country rider in Australia, Greg Ryan. Owned by Dr. U.A. Crossan, the Tullimbar syndicate of which the manager is Armour Conville. The winner is an 8-year-old gelding by Snardee out of Elated Lady.
So it's Zhivago winning the $50,000 town plate. Greg Ryan, Marcon and Tata Tatiana flashing home for third. Looked like it was going to be there. 3, 17 and 2. Don't forget tomorrow Nick Robin's going to be live trackside at Wagga for the running of the Wagga Gold Cup for 2004. Now, Rockhampton, they're official on the 7th, 7, 1 and 3. The trifecta, $205 on the 7th. Now, we're 5 minutes away from the second last at Warrnambool Bull. I can tell you it's a wide open betting race again. As you look at it, Tiamo unders the tote at 380. It's drifted on track. It's still favourite, but only just ahead of Spanish Symbol, which is good value on the tote. Down the bottom here, I want to see Paddy Royale. Drifted out, still a little bit of value on the tote at $7.50. Gary, your late mail for Carlton Draft.
I'm going to stay with the 6, Andrew. I marked them 6, 3, 9 and 8, and I don't think I'll be changing. I thought Major Big Time, ideal race for him, this horse.
Major Big Time the inside. He won on this day last year. They're set now and they're away in racing. Cyclonic Bay, the one that was just a touch slow. Spanish Symbol gets back there, and I Wrote to a King pings out and leads in the early stages from Belgian. Dynamic Dancer goes on, and Like a Tick is settling down wider out 4th. There followed Paddy Royale in the red sleeves 5th, and then Gradabra. Cyclonic Bay improving quickly. Then came Our Target, a length and a half further back Mask Raider. 2 or 3 lengths to the grey Tiamo, and then came Major Big Time Russ, and Spanish Symbol as last as they go into the back at the 1200 metres. And here Dynamic Dancer is the leader. Like a Tick a half length away second. 1 away then. I Wrote to a King is third on the inside, and then Belgian. 2 lengths behind these horses then is Paddy Royale, who's on the inside of Cyclonic Bay. 3 Gradabra, being followed by Our Target, Mask Raider, and then came Major Big Time. Half a length Tiamo a good way back, and then Spanish Symbol, who's second last, and Russ's last. Dynamic Dancer at the 800 by a length and a half. Like a Tick, I Wrote to a King's getting the easy trail. Belgian in 4th placing over on the outside, and then came Paddy Royale and Cyclonic Bay. A break of 3 lengths Gradabra, Major Big Time, 2 lengths away Mask Raider. Our Target, then came Tiamo, who spots the leader about 10 lengths before the turn. Behind him Spanish Symbol and Russ. Dynamic Dancer tried at odds, leads at the 400 metre mark from Belgian, going to second. I Wrote to a King, and Like a Tick just behind them. Cyclonic Bay's winding up wide. He is stoking up with a good run, and then came Paddy Royale. Dynamic Dancer the leader in the straight from Like a Tick, and down the outside Belgian and Cyclonic Bay. Dynamic Dancer rolling around a little bit, and Cyclonic Bay is claiming him at the 100. Belgian tries to go with Cyclonic Bay, but Cyclonic Bay is strong to the line and went down to win it. Cyclonic Bay 2.5. Belgian, Dynamic Dancer third, then Like a Tick, I Wrote to a King, followed further back by Paddy Royale, and then came Gradabra. Behind these Masked Raider, followed then by Major Big Time. Our Target, Tiamo never came on, and well back as Russ, and Spanish Symbol ran last. Number 5 is the winner, Cyclonic Bay. Pick-up ride for Dale Smith, and another winner for Bill Mitchell, his 3rd for the Carnival. It's just a pity that he couldn't pick one up elsewhere, otherwise he might have been the bloke driving home in the Mercedes. 5 Cyclonic Bay, 9.90 and 3.30 taking out the 9th event on the card. 7 Belgian second, 3.40, and 3rd Dynamic Dancer, the one that was tried at odds, 7.90 is he. Exacta $95.80. Trifecta's paid $2,146.70. Running double smart, and back to the last on the card at 10 to 5. It's cheerio for me in the broadcast box from Warrnambool. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage.
Down here, no wonder you're not calling the last.
No, Brian Martin's been practicing all afternoon. I'm sure he'll get it right, though. He'll have no worries.
Wirrawiljan.
Wirrawiljan. There,
Yeah,
it's easy as that.
It's easy enough, Mark.
We've heard it mispronounced often enough. We know how to do it now.
All right, Brian's been practicing up there. What about your day? Grand Annual Cup. A bit of surprise in the Cup, but the Grand Annual lived up to everything.
Yeah, I suppose it makes a Cowie. They're aiming some good races with a Cowie. It makes her form look pretty good there. But the Grand Annual's always the highlight on this day. I was thrilled for Nathan Dunn. He's a great young guy. He had the fall on Tuesday, of course. He's suspended now, but what a way to go out. He enjoyed that immensely, and it was a terrific run. Nearly lost it at Tozer, but came back and headed Chakra again, and terrific. I think one of the great highlights was they all got round, and it proves that the work that they've been doing to make jumping more safe is working.
And Monda Special blew us away in the Cup a bit.
Yeah, I couldn't have found her, but terrific for Michael Zampetti. We're used to seeing those colours go around and win jumps races, but he's come out and won the Cup today, which is great.
What's your memory? What do you drive home with tomorrow morning?
Always the Grand Annual is the highlight here. Look, that's what it's all about. This is the day. That is the race that makes Warrnambool happen, and it'll be Queeler's Quest, and I suppose reflecting on Tasmania a little bit now, it's certainly staked that far a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, we got the news from Peter Staples about 15 minutes before the the race that the protest from Tasmania is now null and void, and really does open it up, doesn't it?
Well, it does. You'd hate to think what precedent it might just set. Racing could be thrown in all sorts of disarray. Anyway, that's to be sorted out, and I'm sure the right verdict will come out in the long run.
Greg, thanks for your help, mate. The 3 days, it's been fantastic. The team effort, this one, 2004, has been right up there at the very best, and you've been leading the charge. Thanks.
It's been terrific. Wouldn't be anywhere else in first week of May, would you?
No doubt about that. Greg Miles joining us, Melbourne and Victoria's #1 caller for Sky, and he's done a grand job over the past 3 days.
And all right. Off too.
He's going home because he doesn't want to call Warrawilgin. I hope it doesn't win. Oh, I hope it does win, but
your mate will train a double, then you'll be very pleased.
P. Moody, yep, no doubt about that. All right, they're at the barrier here for race 9, the last at Gosford, due in a couple of minutes. Maestro Miss is the Wagga. That Darn Cat, all the rage at $2.20 ahead of Dance Clear and Wimmelway. Will be going trackside very shortly, but first of all, Gary, your numbers 13, 11, 4 and 3.
Yes.
Now they're just about ready for the last. Federation Star on the inside. That Darn Cat, the favourite, drawn about 4. Red light on, starter on the stand, last at Wagga Day 2. Cup tomorrow, 8 events, first 12:35. They're ready to run. Dance Clear a little toey near the inside. Settles now. Stand well. Thank you, Les. About to go in the last from Wagga Wagga. Starter has the button, presses same there racing, and off the inside Federation Star was slow to go. That Darn Cat pinged away and Jesterdale driving through. On the inside is Dance Clear showing plenty of pace, also was Devamp to go to the lead out wide. Dumeric got up to be running second, third one off the fence, That Darn Cat, and then on the inside Dance Clear. Wimmelway is there but wide, followed by Jesterdale, Bunburra Rose, Corunna. Further back Colonial Jester, followed then by Language, Peglegs as well back in the field from Federation Star, misled. And Zazaran is last of all. They charge around the turn and out of the lane in the last, and That Darn Cat and Dance Clear with Dumeric. They're the first 3. Wider out on the track, Wimmelway is staking a claim, and in behind those runners then further back was Devamp. The leader is That Darn Cat, tackled by Dumeric out wide, and Corunna driving through late. Great finish to the last. It's That Darn Cat tackled by Corunna. That Darn Cat still in front. The pussy's going to get home again. That Darn Cat won it. Second Corunna, third Dumeric. Fourth in behind those would be Peglegs up close. Colonial Jester, Wimmelway. In behind them, Dance Clear being followed further back in the run by Federation Star. Misled Zazaran. Further back was Language, followed by Devamp, and Jesterdale's the last one home. It is certainly not a pussy. That Darn Cat refused to give in. Jimmy Cassidy went for the whip in the last 100 metres, and That Darn Cat, who's won 3 races now at country circuits at its last 3 starts.
And Jim Pumper Cassidy, gee, that's the unique style of the pumper there, Gary, getting it home.
Yeah, that damn cat. He's got it home.
Yep, he's pumped it home. Jim Cassidy, 2, 4 and 6 over the line. And it's race 8 there, the last. Don't forget it, Wagga Cup Day tomorrow. You'll see all the action on Sky. They're at the barrier for the last race here. Tragic, very, very strong move here on track. Darren Gauci takes the ride. $6 on the tote. Very good value. They've crunched it in the last 2 to 3 minutes. It's been the mover. Solitas tightened just a little bit, near enough on and off track. And looking at the second page, I can tell you that Excitem is unders the tote, $8.90. It's got the double figure odds on track. Warrawilgin unders the tote, $7.10. It's unders what they're betting on track here. And Dame Nelly, if you fancy it, is this the one that handles the rain-affected track, Dame Nelly here? Looking at it here, because there's some value of the tote at the moment at $10 for Dame Nelly. And it's raced at 6 for 1 win, so yeah, it's value of the tote, but they've certainly tightened in Tragic, number 4. Gary, I know that you're going to head off back to Melbourne tonight. Really appreciate it, mate. The last 3 days you've done a grand job for Carlton Draft and Sky, mate.
Yeah, thanks very much, Andrew. Really enjoyed it. Gee, the club would be absolutely delighted with the crowd they've had here today. Biggest crowd I've ever seen here, I think.
Yep. No doubt about it. We got through it in great fashion. Yep. Appreciate it. We'll see you in the near future.
Yeah, thanks very much, Andrew.
Thanks, Gary. Gary Willits, our form expert for Carlton Draft over the last 3 days.